Peter's Fright. Peter was a little white puppy with brown patches, very fat and chubby, and often very naughty. He had dear little white teeth, but they were sharp, and he loved to use them by gnawing things like book covers and slippers. There were all manner of beautiful things in Master's study, just the things a puppy loves to play with, like old books and stuffed birds and bones. But Peter was very seldom allowed in the study. One day, however, Peter was in the study with his master, when his master was called away. And he must have forgotten Peter. Anyway, Peter found himself in the study alone. He couldn't believe it. He scampered round the room, whimpering with excitement. A chair stood by his master's table, and on the table was one of Peter's favourite books, and an object he always loved to play with, a fern in a pot. He clambered up onto the chair, and then onto the table. He moved very quietly. He sniffed at the book for a second or two, and was just going on to see what fun he could have with the fern when he felt a funny tickling on his back. He stopped and looked, and what he saw gave him a most terrible fright. There, crawling up his back, was a most ferocious-looking creature, with great horns, and as it crawled it tickled most horribly. Peter could scarcely bear it. He did not know what to do, and stood, whining and whimpering in fright. He was just going to rush madly away to escape from his enemy when his master came in. "Peter, you bad dog!" he cried. Then he laughed. "Why, it's the beetle!" He picked up the beetle and put it into a box and closed the lid. Then he took Peter up in one hand. "You're a bad dog, Peter," he said. "Let this be a lesson to you. If ever you get on my table again, it won't be a beetle that will get you. It'll be a gigantic, ferocious, puppy-eating crocodile." Peter licked his hand with a slow, piteous lick that was meant to say that if only his master would take care of him, he would never be a bad puppy again.